It's a video. So what was all that for? Hello. Yeah. Continuation. Family mobbing. hmm That part is about my uncle, and before all that, I ain't never had a problem with him. Never. Let's go back to when I was little, 5 years old and stuff. He would visit my mother just about every day, and I'd run up to him and hug him around his legs, and he hugged me, and please, where all this come from? Let's see, 30 years later, he cursed me out. They said, and I took it as he was, going around talking and bragging about it. Yeah, I cussed her ass out. Who she thinks she is? Throwing up on them people floor. I told her about herself. So the next day, I was like kind of cool towards him. He gonna try to hug me. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, supposedly he cussed me out. I just stood there with my mouth open like hood. Now, I've never physically attacked my mother, but when my mother came and well, bullshit, I ain't back down. Me and her go at it for hours. Okay, and I might be exaggerating, but we go at it till she threatened to go upside my head. But I ain't take her shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So and also I was drinking heavily that day. And you mean to tell me that I just stood there and I got a belief, a lot of people might not think it, but it's my observation. Vodka makes you violent. I was drinking Ciroc that day. So yeah, I'm just gonna stand there and let him cuss me out, and I'm in the right. I didn't throw up on them people floor. I'm like, what the fuck? Where this shit coming from? I'm like, okay, okay. Well, yeah, I think the little stinker was my aunt that had a similar personality as my mother. Me and her hooked up and was hanging out and everything. And I slipped up a couple times and called her mom. Uh, yeah, she was starting all that bullshit, supposedly, and it all stems from me getting with the current boyfriend I was with at the time. Um, it all stemmed from that. So supposedly this one talking about me, that one, I didn't know who to trust. So after the funeral and everything, I just kind of fell back, and it was just me and my man at the time, and I didn't associate and talk to anybody. I cut everybody off. It was always a mess. So that then 2020, that's when they start having a COVID scare, and I really stayed to myself then because I didn't know who was taking what type of precautions. I was trying to keep safe. So now for up until the ban was lifted, as they call it, things start opening up. I didn't visit anybody, didn't talk to anybody. Nothing. So in that time, a lot of them are passing away, aunts and uncles, and I was just like, I didn't care for those, and I was just like, oh, is that right? Oh, what a pity, man, because wow, the way they treated me that day, it was messed up, and I understand because like for a long time I was angry because the way they treated my brother and I when we lost our mother. That was in 2008. Yeah, and now I understand. I understand. Yeah, hell yeah, she was a bitch. But you ain't had to do me and my brother like that, for real, for real. They came around, ain't offered nothing. We didn't need nothing, but they ain't offered nothing, but had a whole bunch of suggestions. Get out of here. Yeah, didn't comfort us. Uh, you know, One of them laughing and shit. I'm like, okay, okay, I get it. She was a bitch. We know that. Y'all hated her. I understand that too. I feel that too. But don't do me like that. What I do? Fuck. And they did that for years. All the animosity they had towards her, they took it out on me. Okay, yeah, I get it. I understand. Yeah. I ain't gonna sit up here and pretend. Oh, she was a saint. How could you do this to her? Oh, no, I understand. I get it. But she and I, even though we did appear to be, what they call that, joined at the hip, we weren't. Two different people, two different individuals. Come on, make that distinction. Ain't that type of party. It ain't like that. So y'all need to stop. hmm So when they start losing theirs, I returned energy. Oh, really? Oh, what a shame. Uh, what about those Phillies? That uncle, he didn't have biological children, and he was estranged from his wife. It was just him. So it's a mixture. Some of my relatives, when they pass on, they have a regular, what they call that. I'm gonna say regular for right now, for lack of you know better term. Standard. Yeah, I'm gonna say. Excuse me. I'm gonna say standard too. They have a standard funeral. Then I got relatives. They didn't want nothing. And my mom, what she wanted was my brother and I to be there, say a Bible verse, and be done with it. No viewing, no repast, none of that. And they come along trying to change everything. Oh no, we gonna be there. We want to see how this goes. Then my aunt, Miss Smarty Pants, she gonna say, you think you're the only one, but yeah, it's the other relative that was buried the way she was. Okay, that's the case. Why y'all acting like that? Why y'all trying to kick down the door? It was graveside at that. It wasn't in a funeral home, no church. Her service was graveside. 15 minutes. At the time, Jerry Springer came on around that time. And by the time we got back, Jerry Springer was still on. Even though my brother was late, and I stood back up talking to my mother's friends for a little bit. But